I've been practicing Bikram yoga for 3 months now. I started because I have rheumatoid arthritis, and at the time I was going through a pretty severe flare-up where my knee was really swollen. And in the past, typically the way I dealt with it was cortisone and prednisone, which are steroids, which get you crazy. Pretty much resolve the situation, but they're really bad for you long term. So I heard that Bikram yoga was actually a really healthy, positive way to deal with arthritis issues, and I have to say I totally approve of that concept because it's been a wonderful experience. It's totally helped my knee, and yeah, I feel great, and I'd recommend it to anyone who's got arthritis issues. When your knee is really big and swollen, it's really helpful to wear a brace. I got like a cheap sleeve from CVS, and it can get you through the day. I mean, your knee's still huge and swollen, it's kind of uncomfortable, but depending on the severity, you can get by with it. And the first couple times I came to Bikram, I would wear my brace, and I was pretty quickly instructed to just take it off while you're doing the practice, and it's fine. And I would use a knee pad as well for all the poses where I'd be standing on my knees, just because big swollen knee, you did not want to put pressure on it. And I used knee pad for probably the first 6 weeks to 2 months of my practice. And yeah, then there's the random day where you come in and you forgot to wear your knee brace, and you're not even aware of it. And then Orlo calls me out about it, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, And as far as the knee pad goes, it's the same kind of thing. As I'm doing my practice with the knee pad, I suddenly almost felt restricted by it, and so for one or two of the poses, I might just move the pad to the side, try it without, and I found that it was totally fine. And I just started doing it more and more, and now I don't even think about asking for a knee pad before class. So I feel like amazing with the process and just how it's I've seen just steady improvement just throughout. I would just say an overall sense of well-being is probably the best thing I've gotten out of Bikram yoga outside of the class. I go home after class and I just feel awesome, and I just feel so comfortable, and the rest of the day is just a breeze. And that is something I did not really expect. I figured I'd be tired and worn out. I definitely feel like I'm thirsty, and I drink a lot of water afterwards, but other than that, I feel amazing.
Well, now that your knee's feeling better, is there anything you can do now that you couldn't do before?
A lot of things. I like walking, walking comfortably. That's a great time. It's weird things you notice that you wouldn't necessarily expect, such as like, oh, I have to bend down and pick this up, and I bend down and my knee just goes, and it feels really good. And just like, oop, I bounce right back up, and it feels awesome. And another thing I noticed, especially during flare-ups, is you start measuring your life around how to minimize steps. So if I'm gonna go to the kitchen, I'm not just gonna grab a glass of water, I'm gonna grab my snacks as well, so that when I'm sitting back down, I don't have to get up and walk anymore. And now it just feels good to get up and move around. And going up and down stairs, that's the kind of thing that's the worst, and when you're able to do it comfortably, it just feels twice as good. So yeah, any sort of exercise, hiking, walking, I'm just like super into it now. So yeah, it's been a wonderful thing to kind of see that improvement. I definitely meet a lot of people with autoimmune issues. I have to say, one thing that I recommend to people now is definitely try Bikram out. Like I was skeptical, and I found myself really enjoying it and just way overwhelmed with the experience that I had here. Just a big thank you to Orlo and Kay for setting this studio up, because I love this place. So I look forward to continuing to practice.